This Canadian crowd here, Casino Rama, is now ready to cheer for one of their own. John Hawk versus the Canadian Roger Hollett. Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Remember when I said get inside? This is why. 9.5-inch reach advantage for John Hawk over Roger Hollett. Hollett has to deal with that.
Let's now send it back to Michael Williams.
Bellator Fighting Championships on MTV2, on FX2 in HD, and on The Score here in Canada. Tonight, along with Casino Rama, now present a brief 5-minute round feature in the light heavyweight division. Brought to you by Everlast. Greatness is within. We introduce first the red corner at 6'3", weighing in at 205 pounds even. His professional record stands at 6-3, fighting out of Akron, Ohio, Big John Hawk. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 5'10", weighing in at 204 3/4 pounds. His professional record stands at 12 victories, 3 defeats, fighting out of Halifax, Nova Scotia, Roger the Hawk Hollett. And the referee for this contest, Dan Mergliata.
MMA is truly a sport about respect, but no respect between these two fighters. For some reason, they took an instant disliking to each other.
A lot of trash talk going on. It's made it very much about USA versus Canada here.
The bell in round number 1. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by this year's most anticipated game, Skyrim. Available now, rated M for mature.
Now, John Hawk, can he keep Hollett on the outside with that jab?
The American John Hawk is in the red trunks. The Canadian Roger Hollett is in the white trunks. Dan Mergliata is the referee.
If I were John Hawk's corner, I'd say do not take a single step forward. Keep that punch, keep that jab pumping, make Hollett come to you.
Jimmy, when you asked Roger Hollett, how do you want to start this fight, he said, quote, by punching a hole in Hawk's face.
He's got to overcome that range advantage first. Has to get inside to land those shots.
Hawk said, you will never see me in a boring fight, but he also said, I'm not going to just rush in. I'm going to try to establish my range, my reach, and my jab. Hawk standing 6'3", Hollett 5'10". Hawk just missing with the right hand. Hawk trying to pump the left on the jab. Hollett, a straight boxing style. His dad, Ralph, who's watching tonight on television, back home in Nova Scotia, was a Canadian boxing and kickboxing champion. Again, Ralph had his son Roger in boxing at the age of 5.
All you old school boxing fans remember George Chuvalo, Canadian heavyweight champion. Fought Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, and George Foreman. Had no easy fights.
It's Hawk, though, pumping that jab. Hollett trying to throw a right hand to the body, did not find the range.
Well, he's got to step in so far to reach John Hawk. That's the issue.
Hawk 10 years ago saw his weight go up to 360 pounds. Now walks at 235. Hollett walks at about 220 pounds.
Hollett has to figure out a way in here.
Big left hook there by Hollett. Bit of disquiet here from our Canadian crowd at Casino Rama in Rama, Ontario. They want to see the Canadian Roger Hollett explode.
John Hawk saying he's never been in a boring fight. That's nice, but that's almost what he wants now. Throw the jab out, make Hollett come in. Don't get into a wild swinging match with a shorter, stockier, hard puncher.
Hollett says knockout power in both hands, that his knockout punch is his best asset in MMA. Throws an outside kick there effectively. You really see, though, Hollett has that traditional boxing stance.
He certainly does. Very high.
Hawk feinting with a push kick.
Not low. You can tell he's not thinking about a takedown here.
Oh, good right hand punch, and that landed over the top. Straight left by Hollett. Looking to unload now on the inside. Hawk complaining of a low blow on the knee to referee Dan Mergliata, who says fight on.
Referee says, hey, I didn't see it. It didn't happen.
Hawk now being booed by this Canadian crowd for complaining to Mergliata. It's very un-Canadian in the most polite nation on earth.
Well, the thing is, though, he complained right in the middle of a flurry by Hollett. Hollett puts on another one of those. He can steal this round. Hawk has kept him at a distance, but hasn't landed any great strikes either.
Outside kicked in the counter right hand by Hawk. Next Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, live on MTV2 and in HD on Epix. Bellator lightweight world champion Eddie Alvarez looks to defend his title versus Season 4 tournament champion Michael Chandler. It all begins with the Bellator prelims live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Spike.com and Bellator.com. You will also see Bellator's 185-pound world champion Hector Lombard versus the South African Trevor Prangley. Hawk now trying to let go. Final minute of round one.
Good head movement by Hollett.
Two fighters both saying they want a statement win. A look-away right hand there by Hollett.
Well, he had hit him with the spinning back kick, so he was trying to set up like he was going for the back kick and then threw that right hand. It's nice and tricky.
Two fighters looking to impress Bellator's founder and CEO Bjorn Rebney, who's watching cage side and earn an invitation into Bellator's next 205-pound tournament. Inside kick by Hawk.
Once again, Hawk has kept Hollett at a distance, but hasn't done much with it.
Hawk now driving forward. Remember, Hawk wrestled at the NCAA Division I level at Kent State University, but all stand up thus far. Hawk said he would like to get this fight to the ground eventually. He felt that he would have a big advantage, but he wasn't going to just rush and bully his way in. Final seconds of round number one. Still a bit tentative in the Bellator cage. Heading into round number two of this Bellator feature fight at 205 pounds, John Hawk versus Roger Hollett. There's the bell in round number two. Three judges scoring cage side for the province of Ontario. Jimmy, as always, you have the unofficial scorecard.
Well, I gave it to Roger Hollett. Number one criteria is damage and striking, and Hollett just landed the better strikes. Didn't land many of them, but they were harder. They did more damage. Hawk kept him at a distance, but didn't land any significant punches.
John Hawk is in the red trunks. Roger Hollett, fighting in his home nation of Canada, is in the white trunks. Interesting, Jimmy, that both fighters talked about looking for the first round knockout, going 1,000 miles an hour, but still both a bit tentative. I think they respect each other's knockout power.
Sean, fighters are liars. I don't mean to like break your heart here. Fighters lie. That's part of what we do. We've heard a lot of fighters come and say, I'm going to say this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. They're lying. They're lying. When you get in there, that's when you make your game plan most of the time.
Between rounds, Hawk's corner said push Hollett against the cage. That's exactly what he's done. Hollett's back against the fence.
We see here from this camera angle, you see the damage on the left leg of John Hawk from that power kick of Hollett. It's a good strategy against a taller guy.
Centering restart order by referee Dan Murgliata.
Oh, good right hand.
Best punch of the round thrown by Roger Hollett there. Hawk missing with the right, then left. Hawk, you see, trying to double up on the jab. Outside kick there by Hollett. Wide punches by Hawk. Shopping outside. High thigh kick there.
Another
Straight
good
right hand. Hollett landing that right. Hawk bullying his way in now.
I'm a little surprised when he gets Hollett against the fence and has him in range. Hawk has been going in and clinching rather than unloading with his punches.
Foot stomp there by Hawk.
You'd imagine the taller fighter with the longer arms would want to keep him at a distance and tee off once he was at range, but he's ended up in these positions against the fence.
Knees by Hawk, holding this position. Hollett looking to our referee Dan Murgliata. Just quiet with this Canadian crowd. They're looking for the center ring restart. Murgliata, though, sees enough. Hawk continuing to throw the knees. At the halfway point of this fight, Hawk continuing to bully his way in. Hawk listened to his corner, Jimmy. That's what they said. Use the cage, get your man with his back against the fence standing.
Problem is he hasn't been that effective. He hasn't done a ton of damage.
Hollett pulls his way out.
It's been the story of this fight is Hawk's been controlling the range well, but hasn't landed the significant strikes to go along with it.
Hawk again, initiating that clinch, that tie-up. Knee by Hollett on the counter. Hawk looking to throw more knees into the thighs.
Fingers out of the fence.
Another chopping outside kick. Hollett, nice left hook. Lead left hook there by Hollett. That's what you learn in boxing. Straight right hand. Right. That's the best punch of this fight thrown by either man.
I think Hawk was rocked by that one.
Another chopping kick. Hawk missing with his right.
It's funny, Hollett's been leaping in with one shot, but hasn't thrown a lot of combinations. In between rounds, his corner was saying that. You got to throw more than one shot.
Lead left hook again from Roger Hollett. Hawk trying to walk his man down. Look away right hand again, that time to the body. Hollett's done that twice in this fight.
It's funny, once he gets inside though, he isn't throwing a lot of punches. Once you earn your way in, you got to do something with it.
Final minute of round number 2.
He's been loading up one big shot, beat the right hand, the left hook, and then backing out again.
Two fighters trying to make a big impression, trying to get a statement win and earn an invitation into Bellator's next 205-pound tournament.
Hands up, turn around.
There's the separation from referee Dan Morgliata.
Referees get less tolerant as the minutes tick by. You're not going to spend a lot of time in the clinch later on in the fight.
Step in right again by Hollett. Good left hand by Hollett. Hollett always seems to be first in these inside exchanges, Jimmy. Knee by Hollett with his back against the Bellator cage fence. Hawk applying the pressure. Hawk trying to use his height in this position again. He's 6'3" to Hollett's 5'10". Final seconds of round 2. Hawk trying to be busy with the knees. Hollett looking to turn.
You see here the big punch by Hollett, bang, right on the jaw. Thought he had John Hawk hurt. Beautiful right hand, but did not follow up with any combination. Stepped out of range again.
Let's go, fight, guys.
Round number 3, our final round of this Bellator feature fight in the light heavyweight division. Jimmy, on your scorecard.
2 rounds to none for Roger Hollett. Once again, not landing a lot, not throwing a lot of combinations, but landing that big right-hand shot has just done a little bit more damage. Also done some damage to that lead leg. You see it is red and purple.
The American John Hawk from Akron, Ohio is in the red trunks. The Canadian Roger Hollett from Halifax, Nova Scotia is in the white trunks. Outside kick by Hollett. Hawk trying to walk through again, throwing long, straight punches.
That's where we're going to land it.
A sold-out crowd on Bellator's second trip to Canada. We're at Casino Rama, north of Toronto in Rama, Ontario. This crowd really wants to get behind the Canadian Roger Hollett. You've seen Spike TV's auction hunters and flip men cash in big. Now it's your turn. Tune in to Spike this Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern for a special live event to find out how. Typically, Canadian MMA crowds are some of the most passionate, some of the most knowledgeable, but they want to get a reason to get behind their fans. They're not just going to make noise for no reason. They want to get behind Hollett, I feel, in this fight.
Oh, they certainly do, but as long as Hawk is here, up against the fence, not a lot Hollett can do.
Here's the boos from the Canadian crowd. They don't like the tactics of John Hawk. Just controlling Hollett with his back against the fence. Mouthpiece out.
Time.
Good refereeing from Dan Morgliata. Saw that immediately.
You sure? All right, man. All right, time back in. Let's go. Hands up. Let's go. Fight.
That's great refereeing from Morgliata. That's how you handle a mouthpiece out. Hawk still trying to use the reach and the jab. Hollett has been landing big with the right hand in this fight.
This is where Hawk has tried to keep the fight. I think he's tired of eating those right hands from the outside.
Hawk again throwing the knees, working both thighs, also trying to work the body. Counter knee there from Roger Hollett. Short inside knees by Hawk. More boos from the Canadian crowd. They just don't like this tactic from John Hawk, controlling Hollett against the fence.
He's also negating the Canadians' offense, so I understand why they're upset.
All right, let's go, fight.
It's a good outside kick. Hawk walking through it. Deep into this fight now, third and final round. Elbow strikes now from Hawk.
I think this tactic is wearing Hollett down a little bit. Footwork is not what it was in the first round. It's a bad cut around the left eye, Sean.
That's really bleeding heavily now. I believe the cut on the underside of the left eyebrow of Roger Hollett. Deep into this fight, you mix the blood with the sweat, it gets nasty. Good shots there from Hawk. Straight, tight punches. Hollett now backing off, trying to take this fight to the center of the Bellator cage.
And the key is what can Hollett do from the outside? Oh, good right hand!
Hollett's best punch of this round. Left hook. That brings this Ontario crowd to life.
The problem is this is what Hollett has done. He's relaxed and allowed himself to be pushed against the fence.
Hawk looking for the takedown. Playing for the single leg. Hollett keeping a high base. Final minute of this third and final round. Two light heavyweights looking to make an impression. Knees from John Hawk. That is a nasty cut.
Last round, look at the judges.
That's where it is, Jimmy. The outside and the underside of Hollett's left eyebrow. Swing and a miss with the right hand by Hollett. Hawk right back in. Body lock from John Hawk. Hawk trying to drag through with the elbow, then misses with the right hand. Hollett pulls out. Hawk throwing tighter, straighter punches. Again, bullying Hollett back. Knee to the thigh by John Hawk. Both fighters now will look to finish big. Hollett will look for one more big right hand. There's a good right over the top by Hawk. Spinning back fist from Hawk. Spinning back kick at the belt from Roger Hollett. When we return, we will learn the winner of this fight. John Hawk versus Roger Hollett in the light heavyweight division. The American John Hawk versus the Canadian Roger Hollett has gone the distance at 205 pounds. Jimmy, on your scorecard.
I have a 29-28 John Hollett. I gave Hawk that third round. That first round especially very, very close.
With the official decision, let's send it back to Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. Judge David Tallien scores the fight 29-28. He sees it for Hollett. Your second judge, Jason Rogers, scores the fight 29-28. He sees it for Hawk. Your third and final judge, Dr. Greg Jackson, scores the fight 29-28. He sees it for the winner by split decision, Roger the Hawk Hollett.
A big ovation from this Canadian crowd for the Canadian Roger Hollett. Did he do enough to earn an invitation into Bellator's next 205-pound tournament? The winner by way of split decision, Roger Hollett defeats John Hawk.